Stocks soar after US and China agree to temporarily slash tariffs. Stocks opened sharply higher Monday after the US and China announced a temporary break from triple-digit tariffs that had brought much of the trade between the two countries to a standstill in recent weeks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average soared more than 1,000 points, or around 2.5%, shortly after the opening bell, while the S&P 500 index gained 2.6%. The surge in stocks come after the two countries agreed to slash the crippling tariffs for 90 days following talks in Geneva over the weekend. The tax on Chinese imports to the U.S. will drop from 145% to 30%, while the tariff China charges on U.S. goods will fall from 125% to 10%. The pause comes after many businesses that rely on imports had halted deliveries to avoid paying a triple-digit tax. Cargo traffic at the Port of Los Angeles last week had fallen by more than a third from a year ago, raising the prospect of supply shortages in the near future. The remaining tariffs are still significantly higher than Americans were used to paying, however, before President Trump launched his trade war. And because the tariff relief has an expiration date while negotiations continue, there is still considerable uncertainty over what the trade landscape will look like in 3 months. It was a great relief for about 5 minutes, says Bonnie Ross, a clothing importer, based in New York. Ross had pulled 2 cargo containers off ships in China when the 145% tariffs took effect. Now she's scrambling to get as much merchandise to the U.S. as she can while the lower tariffs are in place.